Michelle had always prided herself on being able to read people. It was a skill she had honed over the years, something that had served her well in both life and business. But lately, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was missing something important. The note had rattled her. No matter how many times she told herself it was just a prank or a harmless joke, the unease refused to leave her. She found herself watching people more closely, especially the woman. There was something different about her, something that felt wrong. Michelle tried to go about her day as usual, but she couldn't stop noticing the little things. The way the woman always seemed to be just out of sight, but never far away. The way she lingered after everyone else had left the office, staying behind to finish work that never seemed to be urgent. It wasn't enough to confront her, at least not yet. But Michelle knew that feeling, the slow crawl of dread that something was coming, something she couldn't quite see yet. One evening, as she packed up to leave, she caught a glimpse of the woman standing by the window, looking out at the city below. Michelle hesitated by the door, watching her for a moment. There was something about the way she stood, shoulders tense, eyes unfocused, that sent a shiver down Michelle's spine. She thought about saying something, anything, but the words wouldn't come. Instead, she left quietly, the tension following her out the door. That night, as she lay in bed, Michelle couldn't stop replaying the scene in her mind. She thought they were past this, that forgiveness had closed the door on their shared past. But maybe the past wasn't done with them yet. And the more Michelle thought about it, the more she realized she didn't really know the woman at all. The next few days were a blur of meetings, deadlines, and the usual chaos of running a company. But through it all, Michelle kept noticing the same things. The woman's presence, always just on the edge of her awareness. The way she seemed to watch without watching, hovering near conversations, but never joining in. Michelle couldn't help but feel like she was being studied, like the woman was observing her for some unknown reason. It didn't help that small things kept happening around the office. Emails disappearing, files misplaced, papers rearranged on her desk. None of it was overtly malicious, but the accumulation of little disturbances made Michelle feel like she was losing control of her own space. One afternoon, Michelle was reviewing a report when she noticed a sticky note attached to the back of one of the pages. It wasn't hers, and the handwriting was unfamiliar. "We all have secrets." Michelle's heart skipped a beat as she read the words. The note wasn't signed, but she didn't need a signature to know who had left it. She stood up from her desk, her pulse quickening, and looked out across the office. The woman was sitting at her computer, typing away, her expression calm and focused. But Michelle couldn't shake the feeling that the note was a warning, or worse, a threat. Michelle slipped the note into her desk drawer, locking it tightly. She wasn't sure what to do, but she knew she had to be careful. If the woman was trying to send her a message, Michelle needed to figure out what it was before things escalated. As the day wore on, Michelle tried to focus on her work, but her mind kept drifting back to the note. Secrets. What secrets could the woman be talking about? What did she know? Michelle wasn't sure, but one thing was clear. This wasn't just a misunderstanding. Something was happening, and Michelle needed to stay one step ahead.